But you know, you got. Can I swear? You got to crack on.
You've got to crack on. Do you know what, guys? Joining us now, one of the loudest bands I've ever had the privilege to see play live. Not since the days of Page and Plant have we had a bigger duo in British rock. Tonight they're giving the 4 till 7 Thang the exclusive first play of their brand new single right here on your Radio X. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome Royal Blood?
Hey, we're back.
Lads, where are you? Looks like you're in the attic of a sort of mock Tudor pile.
We're in our kind of HQ. This is where we just do this really. Lots of Scrabble, lots of recording.
Nice.
Thinking, meditating, considering, dancing.
Just swatting up loads of 2-letter words that might come in handy.
Exactly.
Stuff like that. Okay. What's behind you there? I can see what goes on in that. Sorry, I'm looking at the lads. They are right in the sort of, I suppose, the apex of a roof. There's nice beams going round there. It looks. Is that an old building or is it mock?
It's CGI. No, it's real. It's not mock. It's really here. This is the kind of control center for our now recently acquainted recording studio.
Okay, so you're in the roof of the recording studio. I like the idea that it would be CGI then. Suddenly, like something happened, there's a glitch, and suddenly it went green, and you could be too. Yeah, I mean, trouble is with things like that, you just worry what Muse would do with it. Can I ask you, it's obvious that the 4 till 7 thing is the perfect place to play your new single. You are right to feel that this studio of mine is a home of yours. Spiritually, you are always with us. Let's have your latest offering. Sorry. Spiritually, you are always with us in this chapel for Royal Blood. And rolling with that analogy, let us lay your latest offering on the altar within that chapel. Oh, Christ alive. Here's your new tune. This is Trouble's Coming, out now. First taste of their new album. More of that in a second. Hit it. It's a cracking tune, lads. Almost danceable.
Almost. That's a harsh review.
No, no. What I'm saying is, it's normally it's hard to fathom how one should dance to rock. But with that one, I could see myself just slightly stepping to it and not looking like too embarrassingly middle-aged.
Okay, that's good.
Though I obviously would be.
Yeah. We don't have to be embarrassed about it.
Okay. What was your influence in that one? Because there is a bit of a shift, isn't there?
Yeah, I think what that track is all of our influences.
Okay.
Whereas record making before, it was kind of like hand selecting what fit into our world.
Yeah.
Whereas this was more like, well, what if we just don't censor anything that we like and allow all of it to reveal itself and be heard? And suddenly it was all in colour for the first time. That's kind of how it felt. It felt like music making in colour. Yeah.
I just wonder when you decide you're gonna you know what I mean. It's sort of less relentless than what's gone before. It feels freer. It feels a lot more, I would say, light.
Yeah. And I think that's just come out of confidence, really.
No, what I know is, out of the two, when there's just two of you, how do you make a decision that you're going to go in a new? Do you sort of sit down and go, yeah, let's go in this direction, and is this the way the album's going to be, or just quite organic?
Nothing is by design. It's not sort of designed, really. We don't sort of sit down and sort of go, well, the market's doing this at the minute, and we're good at this. Just sort of.
Ben looked horrified as you were saying that. He's like, "What's he talking about? What the market?"
He's like, and he's lying. You did it that much.
Oh man, I'd love it if I was talking to you now. It turns out. I'd love it if I was talking to you. It turns out you're just really corporate duo. And Ben said, well, listen, let's put it out there. Double click that. We'll come back in a second. We put a lovely presentation together for the label, and we voted on it, and it was generally pretty well. Okay.
This is blue sky just in this room, you know.
Lads, can you stick around for a bit?
Absolutely.
Brand spanking new from Royal Blood, who are my guests via Zoom on the 4 till 7 thing today. You're right, lads.
We're doing just about great.
It's absolute genius. It's so nice that when someone brings out something new, it actually sounds like it comes from somewhere new.
Yeah, it was. It came out of a hunger, really, to sort of want to do something new, to be honest with you. We've always been very good and sort of got to the point where we sort of mastered this thing we were good at, and it was about finding something that felt fresh and different, but without kind of destroying our chemistry and without doing something that wasn't authentic to who we are and what we like. So I think once we kind of allowed kind of all of our catalogue of music to flow through us, if you like, kind of it was liberating, and it felt free, and it felt like we were breaking our own rules rather than rules that were kind of set upon us.
Nice. I have to say, you've been successful in your mission. You have done all of the above. Will you stick around for a bit?
Absolutely.
Royal Blood, ladies and gentlemen, on the 4 till 7 thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Royal Blood are with us. Clap yourselves, lads. Small crowd. Clap yourselves. Beautifully. Hey, if you can't clap yourself, who can you clap, right?
That's what we've been saying for weeks now.
Yeah, absolutely right. When there's just two of you recording tunes, if Ben does something good or you do something good, do you clap each other? If Ben does something outstanding, Ben, will he clap you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Though sometimes it's more effective to not clap because the sound of one person clapping can seem always ironic.
Yeah, and it always sounds like I don't. Yes, yeah, it does. Oh, very good. But also, it always sounds like as soon as you even use the phrase "the sound of one person clapping," it already sounds like something in sort of Zen Buddhism.
Yes.
The sound of one. Oh, that's the sound of one hand clapping, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, the thing about being in a studio is you can have all kinds of delays going on, and so one clap can turn into a million.
Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. And do you know something? A lot of people out there might not have really thought too much about the whole thing of one person clapping on its own. But Ben, my God, did you just serve up some food for thought?
There you go.
And when does it turn into applause?
Yes. Can one person applaud?
Yeah. If one person's clapping in the woods alone,
does a butterfly die in the Amazon?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. Guys, can I ask you, you've got your own studio where you're recording things. What I worry about there is you're not on the clock. So the process could just go on and on and on. There's no one to say, come on, lads, we've spent enough on this.
Well, weirdly, we've only recently kind of moved into this place.
Okay.
So,
how long had it been your dream? Because I know you love experimenting with sound. So this really is like a lab. In that way.
Yeah, no, this is a dream. And it just shows you kind of how excited we are about music still, because usually you finish a record and you don't want to go anywhere near a recording studio, whereas, the day our new song has come out, we're setting up to make another record, basically.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that, because have you got a title for the new album yet? Is there a title?
Yeah, but for legal, contractual and emotional reasons, no one's allowed to tell anyone ever.
Aren't they?
No, well, not yet. Anyway.
Okay. So you don't need our listeners to suggest any titles?
I see where you're going with this.
No, for me, I'd have stuck with subtle yet discernible. I think that's still.
Yeah. Subtle yet discernible.
Yeah.
For me, I just thought we kicked that around in the first part of the interview. You just looked comfortable with it.
Well, let's have that as the basis.
I don't want to take over too much, but why don't we have people suggest?
Okay, let's do that. 83936, please suggest your names it feels a little bit Blue Peter have bought a new dog, but doesn't matter.
Why doesn't subtle why doesn't that actually be the kind of premise? That's the kind of, that's the brief, that's the guideline. Subtle but discernible is kind of.
Do you know something? You've taken it to areas that I'd never dreamt a band of your stature would actually not only get into it, but actually start using words like the brief.
I had a penny for every time I've heard that. We're here to cover new areas.
So, your brief is keep the album titles subtle yet discernible. Royal Blood, looking for that album title. Might be one they can just bandy about while they're publicising this one, which has a title they can't talk about. And it means when they're said, does it have a title? They go, no, we've had some great suggestions from fans.
Exactly.
You could do something like that, couldn't you? And how everyone will laugh.
Here's what you could have won.
Yeah, right. How we laughed. Now, no live shows planned for the foreseeable future. I've seen you live 2 or 3 times. You're obviously at your best in those situations. How much are you missing that, and what's the plan with that?
There isn't really much of a plan until we get some kind of a green light. It's not enjoyable not being able to have that aspect in our lives, because that is the kind of premise of the band, really. We're a live band and we pride ourselves in that. But, you got can I swear? You got to crack on.
You've got to crack on. And I'll tell you something else. What's a real downer for me is every single time you've dropped a new tune, I've been able to straight away see it live. And that's in some cases when you write your stuff, that's the satisfying moment. You know, that really is. Yeah. That's the winning. That's putting it in the back of the net really, and hearing the crowd. So it must be weird. First time you brought a tune out, you won't be able to do that. It must be quite. Is that a bit more? Is that an emptier ending? I guess it is.
It is, but we're also just really excited to bring a song out like this and of this nature in a time when music's, becoming really, really important for people's well-being. And, I feel like, hopefully we can start some very small but very insane house parties.
Yes. Yeah. And you could stick my name on the door. Yeah?
Yeah.
If you really want to ramp things up.
You're one of the 6.
Mike, Ben, thank you so much for talking to me. Ladies and gentlemen, we have met Royal Blood. Thank you, lads.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Everyone.
Radio X.